Hello everyone, this is Vortex259. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV Advance. Last time we arrived back in the village of Mysidia from Mount Ordeals, and we made our way back to the Manor of Prayers. It is now time for Cecil to report back to the village elder and let him know that he was successful in becoming a paladin. So let's just step forward up here to the elder and speak with him. The elder says, "Unbelievable, you've succeeded." Doesn't sound like the elder was too confident that Cecil was going to become a paladin. Porum says, "Sir, Cecil fought brilliantly." Palom says, "I'll say he passed with flying colors." Cecil says, "Come again?" The elder says, "Forgive me, I assigned them to spy on you." Aha, so that's the reason that the twins accompanied Cecil to Ordeals. They were spying on him. I guess that's what the twins were trying to tell him right after he became a paladin. Palom says, "That pretty much sums it up." Porum says, "I feel awful having deceived you. I'm so sorry." But Cecil says, "I had suspected that was why. I deserved it after what I did." The elder says, "The most important thing is that you have become a paladin and have shed yourself of the darkness you once held." "Wait a minute, that sword, where did you obtain it?" Cecil says, "It was given to me on the mountain's peak." The elder takes a look at it and says, "Is this?" "Yes, it is. This sword holds the words of an ancient Mysidian legend." Cecil says, "A legend?" So apparently Cecil's sword has some sort of ancient legend inscribed upon it. The legend reads, "One born of a dragon, bearing darkness and light, shall rise to the heavens over the steel land. The moon's light eternal brings a promise to earth with bounty and grace." I wonder what in the world that legend could mean. Cecil says, "The light at Ordeals called me son. What was that light?" The elder says, "You ask a valid question to which I do not know the answer. The legend has never been unveiled. For generations, we Mysidians have been told to pray for the fulfillment of this legend and to believe in the one with the sacred light. Perhaps you might be the one." Tella just pushes his way through and says, "Enough chatter, we must go and defeat Golbez." The elder says, "Tella?" Tella says, "It's been a while." Porum says, "We met him on Mount Ordeals." Palom says, "And guess what? The old man learned to cast Meteor." The elder says, "What? Meteor? The legendary spell unsealed? What is happening to this world?" Tella says, "I care not about the world's troubles. I solely wish to avenge Anna." The elder says, "Anna, your daughter?" Tella says, "Golbez took her life, and I shall use Meteor to slay him." The elder says, "Tella, you must not fight with hatred. Moreover, you are in no condition to use Meteor." Tella says, "If I die, so be it. Golbez must die at any cost." The elder says, "Still stubborn as a mule, I see." Tella says, "Ha, like you're one to talk." The elder says, "Nevertheless, with your spells and Cecil's newfound power, you may be able to defeat Golbez." Cecil says, "In any case, we must return to Baron to commandeer an airship first." The elder says, "Very well, I shall grant you access to the Devil's Road. As a paladin, I am certain you can safely travel the bedeviled path. Now it is time for me to retire to the Tower of Worship. I shall pray for your success." Cecil says, "We thank you." And as Cecil and Tella start to leave, the twins say, "Wait up!" The elder says, "Palom, Porum, return to your studies." Porum says, "Elder, please, allow us to accompany him." Palom says, "Yeah, you're the one who said we should help him any way we can." The elder says, "Very well. You have both overcome the trials of Ordeals and returned alive. Perhaps this is your fate. Please look after them." Cecil says, "But Palom says, "Are you saying you don't want us tagging along?" Porum says, "I'm sure we can still be of assistance." Tella says, "Don't worry, old friend. I will look after them." Cecil says, very well, so be it. I am counting on all of you. So it looks like the twins are going to continue to accompany Cecil and Tella. But Porum advises her brother, Palom, this isn't going to be some kind of picnic. The elder says the entrance to the Devil's Road lies to the east of this town. Palom, Porum, train well and return safely. Good luck to you all. All right. Well, now that Cecil is a paladin, and also now that Tella has joined and has learned all of his spells, it's time to return to Baron and seek out Golbez and teach him a lesson he will never forget. Thankfully, though, we don't have to use a ship to get to Baron this time. We don't have to worry about Leviathan attacking us again. This time, we can use the Devil's Road to arrive to Baron. It has been unsealed. So let's go to the Devil's Road. It is located on the east side of the village of Mysidia here. Apparently it requires tremendous vitality to cross it, but now that Cecil's a paladin, that should not be a problem. This white mage says, you must conduct yourself like a paladin now. You bet I am. I'm going to conduct myself like a paladin and go kick some Golbez butt. Well, there was a mage standing in front of this building earlier. I guess the elder used telepathy or a walkie-talkie or something to tell that mage to get out of our way so that we can have access to the Devil's Road. So let's just step on this teleport pad here and make our way through the warped dimensions of that bedeviled path. I never did understand how the Devil's Road worked. I don't know if we're flying invisibly through the air or making our way underneath the ocean through some twisted path, but however it works, it is a path leading directly to the village of Baron, and it looks like we have arrived safely on the other side, back in Baron. So let's go chat with some of the townsfolk here and see what has transpired since the last time we were here. Well, apparently the king is still torturing the people. This old man thinks the king has gone mad. I think so too. And it looks like word about Cain is also spread through the town. This guy says, do not defy the king or you will end up like Cain. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. And if we talk to this young lady, she says there was a strange monk with the soldiers at the inn. It seems they were trying to uncover something. A strange monk? That couldn't be Yang, could it? I thought he drowned when we attempted to come to Baron the first time, and the ship was attacked by Leviathan. Well, let's go check it out and see. Let's go to the inn here in the southeastern corner of town. There's that little girl still running around like crazy. She says this place is always filled with scary soldiers, so not many people come here anymore. Oh no, soldiers rule the roost here, it would seem. Hey, looky there, there are two soldiers, and that is Yang sitting right next to them. Those soldiers are pretty rude. What's he doing sitting with those types of people? Even the waitress is scared of the soldiers. She says the soldiers are all rowdy and act like they own the place. Yang, what's going on, man? Remember me? It's me, Cecil. Yang says, Cecil, Baron's knight turned traitor. Seize him. The guards say, yes, sir. Hey, what's going on? Oh no, Yang is sick the guards on us. We have to fight two Baron guards now. What in the world is wrong with Yang? Well, looks like we're going to have to defeat these two guards, but if you use weapons on them, they will retaliate with a mini spell and make a mini-me out of you. Oh man. Well, let's use the protect spell on all four party members here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Palom use his Fear spell on the bottom one there. At least we got everybody protected, especially Cecil now that he's been minied. Alright, well, Cecil's not going to be very much use being minied, so I'm going to have him defend. And I'm going to have Tella use the Asuna spell on Cecil, if I can find it here. I guess I passed it in my list. Tella's got so many more spells now. There we go, there's Asuna. That will cure many. Now, if you have some mallets in your inventory, that will work too. Now I'm going to have Porum use the healing staff on everyone. And Now I'm going to have, I guess, Palamusa spell again for some pretty decent damage. Fira does 520 points of damage, and that's enough to work. All right. Oh man, what is wrong with Yang here? Is he suffering from a concussion? Cecil says, Yang, what are you doing? But Yang says, you insolent wretch. Oh no, it looks like Yang is going to attack us. We'll see if we can talk some sense into him in our next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV Advance. Thank you very much for watching today's episode, everyone. This has been Vortex 259. We'll see you again next time.